Hi everyone, this is Mr. Muhammad coming up with another video about simplifying logarithmic equations and functions, and more essentially how to write a log expression into one single logarithm using these rules that we know. One of the main rules that we're going to use today is the change of base rule, which is very helpful when you have two logs divided by each other like this, because the rule says that change of base rule is log, for example, x of base a can be written as log of any base, let's say b, of x over log of the same base of a. So you can always use this formula. You can use this formula to change the base of the log if you want. However, in this case, it's actually used in the backwards position, so we're going to use it from the right to the left. I was given two logs divided by each other, both of them of base 5. As you can see, the base is 5 in both cases, and I want to rewrite this as a single logarithm, and that's what I'm going to do. So the answer will be log 3 of base 7. And a neat way to check if your answer is correct or no, you can always rechange the base to 5. If I wanted to do that, I would have done it like this. Log base 5 of 3 over log base 5 of 7, which was given. So that's a little check for yourself to choose to use the change of base formula in the forward direction. But it looks pretty simple. Another question. It's a longer expression, and I want to write this as a single logarithm, and we have two rules: the addition and subtraction. The addition goes with multiplication, and the subtraction goes with division. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to simplify this a little bit. So the first thing, log 2 of 5. Actually, there's nothing that can be done, so I'm going to leave it. Log 2, 5, and then I'm going to distribute the third inside the parentheses. So it's going to be plus 1 over 3 log 2, 6 plus 4 over 3 log 2 a. And next step, I'm going to use the power rule to make sure that I put those constants on top of the numbers inside the log. And the reason I'm doing this because I want to end up with a set of logs added or subtracted, so to be able to use the two rules I talked about earlier. So it's going to be log 2, 5 plus, and I'm going to raise this third to the power here, so it's going to be log 2, 6 to the power 1 over 3 plus log 2, a to the power 4 over 3. So that's pretty obvious right now. What I can do is I can multiply all these numbers, all these circled numbers, inside only one of the logs. It's not like taking a log as a common factor. It's not. It's just using the rule of multiplication. So it's going to be like this: log base 2, and you're multiplying everything. So 5 times 6 to the power 3rd times 8 to the power 4 over 3. And finally, you just simplify it to the end, so it will look something like this: 5 the cubic root of 6 times a to the power 4 inside the cubic root. So it shall look something like this: log 2 of 5 cubic root of 6 a power 4. And that's the simplest form as a single logarithm. Okay. Now let's take a look at a final example to illustrate this, because this one has a negative sign. Some numbers are outside, some numbers are inside. All of the logs are of the base 3, so that's a good sign. So I'm going to use that to my advantage. First, I need to take those numbers outside and raise them as exponents to the numbers inside. So it's going to look something like this. So it's going to be log 3 25 to the power half plus log 3a minus log 3 2 to the power 5. Okay, and next what I'm going to do is I'm going to simplify what's inside also a little bit, you know, just to make sure that my work is neat. So it's going to be log 3, 25 to the power half. You can use your calculator, but to the power half is pretty much like the square root, and the square root of 25 is 5, plus log 3a, you can't simplify that, minus log 3, 2 to the power 5 is essentially 32. Okay. Last step, using the addition and subtraction formula, you're going to add these together, giving you log. You have to multiply what's inside, so you have 5a, and then this minus means you're going to divide by 32, and to the base 3, of course. So that would be the simplest form of this whole expression can be simplified into one single logarithm using the rules that you already know. I'm going to write them down here. So we're using log xy can be written as log x plus log y, and if it's divided, so that's log x over y can be written as log x minus log y. Always remember this. Please ask me any questions in the comments and let me know if you need more help. It's just pretty much what it is, how to simplify any logarithmic expression into one single logarithm.